Forest conservation is one thing which has not and is not being taken seriously by people in Kenya, despite being told over and over again of the dangers of deforestation to human beings and wildlife. The leaders of Elgeyo Marakwet County, led by the Deputy Governor Gabriel Emaon, took it in their stride to tell the residents the importance of forest conservation. The Deputy Governor touched on what the residents are doing which are considered unlawful.
Cargo burning is illegal. It is an offense that is punishable in law. And I want to restate that we are committed to enforcing that legislation. I want to ask that the enforcement officers in the forest, I know your capacity is limited, but let us do that what we believe is our best. Let us not tire by seeing or being frustrated by people who are conniving or who are teaming up with others to frustrate the enforcement of the law and what we believe in as a county. I want to encourage the people in this neighborhood that conservation was not only a function of the government. Conservation is a function of an entire community. We believe that such an organization needs support of the county government. And we need to support what they are doing because they are going beyond their means and volunteering to do this job. It is saddening. It is saddening if it's not frustrating that the people who have lived very close to this forest and who have seen these initiatives from the last 3 years. The people here have seen these initiatives for the last 3 years. And we continue to destroy even the very ones that people are struggling to make it grow, struggling to make it live. It is saddening for us that people who do this kind of thing. You demoralize them, you discourage them from doing that which is for humanity.
The vices of deforestation in the area have become so rampant that a community-based group was formed to sensitize the residents on the importance of conserving the forest. According to its secretary Paula Braisten, the organization has been able to plant trees and control soil erosion as well as fencing all around the forest in the bid to conserve it.
The reason we formed as an organization was because we were seeing the Kaptagat forest, which provides the water to Eldoret, we were seeing it dwindling rapidly because of charcoal burning and other things. So we came together as a community and decided to form this group and started by planting trees and doing bits of advocacy, holding community barazas, things to try to sensitize the community. So since then we've actually planted 150,000 indigenous trees. Today here we're planting 200. We've managed to fence off several kilometers, probably about 10-15 kilometers of areas of newly planted areas. We've managed to do little bits of anti-erosion mechanisms because the erosion is very, very bad.
This conservation has not been an easy sailing as it seems, since it has had its shortcomings.
The big problem we really continue to have are the cows. The cows and livestock grazing, especially in newly planted areas like this. You saw today as we were having these speeches, a small herd of sheep came in. You know, sheep eat everything. And so the problem is that the seedlings that we plant essentially get bonsaied. They get clipped, and then they can't grow. Or the cows just come and step on them and just finish them right from the bottom. We also have a problem with, traditionally women cook with indigenous wood, right? Because it's dense wood, it burns hot, it burns long. The problem though is they'll cut young indigenous trees, relatively young, so they're still already about 50 to 70 years old, but they're able to get their pangas through them. And as a result, what's happening is that even the forest could regenerate on its own if we left it alone. But because there are so many women wanting to cut indigenous wood for cooking, the forest isn't actually able to regenerate on its own. And then you factor into that as well the cows coming in and eating all the seedlings that we plant, both in areas that we've just tried to supplement the existing forest and areas like this that are completely deforested. And you end up with a situation where you take 2 steps forward and probably at least 2 steps back.
To make this dream of conserving the environment come true, funding is supposed to be pumped into the organization in big amounts.
It's our own initiative, so Elgeyo has given us a little bit of money. Kennet Company, the Lions Club donated 100,000 seedlings last year. My friends actually donate a lot of the cash that helps to support, for example, our youth patrols, to pay for the chai today, things like that. We've tried applying for funds through like Safaricom Foundation and others, but so far Mungu is continuing to challenge us to look for funding elsewhere. I'm very encouraged to hear the governor, the deputy governor, saying that the county is really, really behind conservation efforts and has made the environment their #1 priority.
In matters of preventing the cattle from watering from the rivers, a thing that causes soil erosion on the riverbanks or injuries to them, Paula asked the government through county leaders for assistance.
We actually want to repair this whole bridge area and build gravity-fed watering troughs so that the cows don't have to go into the river to drink. And it basically will just, because you see the erosion that's happening in this entrance area, it's really terrible. These trees are going to fall if we don't do something about it. So, you know, if there's a way that the county can help us, because that will take some money and it takes some leadership, and of course it's government land, right? So maybe we beg you if you can assist us in various ways.
Residents also had their say during the conference and motivated those present on the importance of conserving the forest for the sake of younger generation.
We are not conserving for our own good. We conserve because we know we destroy nature, nature will destroy us.
One resident urged the young kids to plant their own trees and take good care of them, as they will benefit from them in years to come, like when they want to put up buildings.
Kisha hata umeeleza mzazi, tafadhali nichungie mtu wangu, kwa sababu mimi nilipanda mti nikiwa kijana. Baada ya miaka 20 nilikata hizo miti, ilikuwa ni cypress unfortunately, lakini bado zingine siko. Baada ya miaka 20 niliweza kujenga nyumba. Babangu akaniambia, kuliko kwenda kununua mbao, si ufieke hii alafu mpande nyingine. Nikasema asante baba. Nikashukuru Mungu. So ukipanda mti itakuwa ni baraka kwako.
Everybody has the responsibility of conserving the environment, because if a dry spell hits the country, all and sundry will be affected irrespective of age, race or gender.
Unaweza kuwa unaona hiyo msitu ni ya serikali. Msitu sio ya serikali. Msitu ni wetu. Kwani serikali ni nani pasipo wewe? Hello, nani analipa kodi? Who is the taxpayer? We are the ones. So, serikali ni nani? Tumechukua tu wale viongozi washikilie viketi. Lakini kama ungeweko mahali hapo, ungeona cha mtema kuni. Kwa sababu wewe unapoachilia ng'ombe, unaona kama unajitajirisha, lakini unajiletea umaskini mkubwa. Inji itakapokuwa changwani, pasipokuwa na nyazi nini, sasa hiyo ng'ombe yako itapona kweli?
To wrap it all up, Paula President said that conserving of forests in Elgeyo Marakwet County needs serious leaders from all corners, from the national government, county government, right through the community, so that the coming generation can benefit.
But more than anything, I think what we need is leadership. We need the government leadership, which the Elgeyo Marakwet governor and his deputy and people are showing today. We need leadership from the Kenya Forest Service. We need leadership from Uasin Gishu County. We need leadership among the community to say, no, this is important. This is important for us, this is important for our children and their children and so forth down the line. Because if this forest disappears, there will be nothing. There will be no rain, there will be no river, there will be no trees to cook the ugali. So we have to take these actions today to protect our community 7 generations down the road.
Remember, it takes you and me to conserve our country's forests. Reporting for CAST TV, County Edition, I am Bernard Sigei.